Okay, now we're going to put the top plate back on that holds the cells down. And again, you might have to work in place a little bit. Get it back over the top and then get the threaded rod down through the hole that's in the bottom of the box. Same place it came from. You want to line up the two holes on the back. There's one on each side there. Again, this is our demo box, so it's got 2 extra holes. Okay, once you have those started, then take the ratchet, tighten them up. Now, put the nut back on the bottom. Tighten that on the bottom, and then there's a nut there on top to lock it down and make sure that's snug. So everything's locked in place. And we go ahead and put the pump plate with the pump still attached back on. Okay, the front corner, there's a hole that goes right there, goes over the top of the threaded rod. Okay, just putting that first screw in there. And the one on the other side of the pump. And then go ahead and tighten those up. Put the nut on the threaded rod. There's one on top of the plate and one under the plate. And make sure they lock it together and it stays tight. So now the pump plate is on, nice and tight. And go ahead and lift the fan and heat exchanger back up. Put the fitting back inside the pump and snap the retaining clip closed. Okay, so that's in there. Okay, now we've got the pump back on. Okay, now we're going to hook up the other hose, put that to the inlet side of the pump, push it in and snap the retaining clip. Pull it forward and it snaps in, and there you go. Okay, now the pump is reconnected. Now we'll go around to this side and reconnect the wires on this side. We'll plug that plug back in. Okay, now there are the plug for the current sensor. Tuck that wire up behind there. Okay, now we're going to hook up all the wires, or the rest of the wires on the side. This wire here that comes from the contactor over to here, this goes on the right hand side of the contactor. And then the other wire, there's two connected together there. Yours might have two separate ones, or just one wire even. That goes on to the terminal on the left side there. Just when you take those apart, pay close attention to which one came off which terminal. Okay, now the thick wire coming from the fuse goes onto the right hand terminal. And the other wires we took off earlier, they go on the left hand side. And then get the two nuts. Put those back on. Okay, now the wires that come, these are the two wires that come off the left-hand terminal. There's two wires connected to one terminal there, and one goes on to the left, or the right-hand top terminal of this cell, and the right-hand top terminal of this cell. Now you have two wires coming from up top, and one goes on the left hand top terminal, or top nut of that cell, and one goes on the top left terminal of the other cell. One here and one here.